2023 has been a packed year for big blockbuster kind of movies, and we had a little bit of small movies sprinkled in between. Ever since April, every week a big movie has come out, and June has been no different. So many great movies have come out to the point where they've gobbled each other up at the box office because there's no space. But I still have to see 8 movies this month, and I'm really excited to rank them and give you a little bit of why they're in the place they're in. So I'm going to start with number 8. Transformers: Rise of the Beast. I really enjoyed this movie a lot. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's transformative for the Transformers franchise, but I think it's a good start of seeing these robots in disguise back together. Bumblebee was the reset of this franchise, a soft reset, and this was them all coming together and bringing in the Beast from Beast Wars, which if you're a 90s kid, early 2000s kid, is a show and a comic book that you loved. And I think that they did a really solid job of introducing them, reintroducing these versions of the Transformers and adding humans that I actually like. The VFX was great and the action was thrilling. I think that this plus what they're going to do with the G.I. Joes could be a really entertaining franchise. The Blackening, so fun. Even though the movie is not that scary, the horror tropes are really tropey and really predictable, and you've seen them all the time. But the cast is so perfect. They're funny. They're really good at the acting dramatic parts, but really have great comedic timing. Their chemistry together makes you want to just hang out with them and stay with them for the movie, because the beginning of the movie is just them chilling, doing drugs, and reminiscing, and before we get into the real serious horror stuff. And the movie is just laugh out loud moments throughout the film. Really solid jokes for people in the black community, and people who are not in the black community will understand. I think this is a movie that if you're going to watch it out, if you missed it in the theaters, you should definitely check it out when it hits streaming and bring some friends over, because it's going to be a good time together. Coming at number 6 is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. This is a recent one. This came out just a couple days ago, and I really enjoyed the film a lot. I'm a new Indiana Jones fan. I watched the first 4 films just these last couple weeks, and I've become a fan. I don't have the nostalgia, so I don't love them like some people do who watched them when they originally came out, but I do appreciate them and enjoy them, and I really enjoyed this one as well. It's not the best movie ever. It's not the worst movie ever, but I did have a great time in the theater with what they did here. I definitely think everyone should check it out. Elemental hit me right in the feels. Pixar doing it once again. Beautiful animation, great characters that I just want to see more of. And I'm sad that this might not get a sequel because it didn't do good at the box office. A story that's kind of messy in parts, but still pushes along a really great rom-com in animated form, and has touches of different messages that I really liked. And some of them I can relate to directly, and this one is like of personal taste. I see some people that don't like the film and don't connect to it, and I see some people who love it, and I feel like if you can really connect with the characters and you really connect with the message, this is something that you're gonna love. And I really love this film. So if you didn't get to check out Elemental in theaters, I don't know why, go check it out. If you don't, make sure you watch it on Disney Plus 17 million times so we can get that sequel. The Flash. Woo, wow, this movie had everything going against it. And yeah, it failed. The box office is a disaster. People are not going to see this, and some people are trashing it. And there are reasons for the trash parts of this movie. The VFX and the CGI are wonky in a lot of the parts, especially in the third act. But the action, the heart, one of the best comic book stories in a comic book movie that we've gotten. All the actors come to play, especially Ezra Miller. I know he's a controversial figure, but they did a great job. They did a great job in the film. They were, I'm always mixing that up. They were a great Barry Allen Flash in the film. Michael Keaton was awesome. Sasha Calle was awesome. I just really had a great time with this film. I laughed, I twirled up just a little bit, and I got excited with the action. And it was just a celebration of DC, and I love me some DC, so I thought the movie was great. Extraction 2, what a surprise. When I heard that this movie was getting announced, I didn't think this was going to make it nowhere near my top 10, top 20, top 30 films that I've seen halfway through the year so far. But I really, really enjoyed this film a lot. It doubles down all the things that you like in Extraction 1, which I thought was a really good movie, and makes this movie great. There's a 21-minute action sequence of a jail breakout, and it is amazing. Chris Hemsworth is an action star. It's great to see him play a serious role. He's a very underrated actor with a lot of range, but he just doesn't get taken seriously for whatever reason, and I think he did a really good job, and I think this is a tentpole franchise for him to do. Honestly, I would have watched this in the theater because that's how good the movie ended up being and how the spectacle it had, and I hope that Extraction 3 goes even bigger and they get a chance to do it in the theater, because this is a franchise that deserves it. It can get to the levels of a John Wick, of a Mission Impossible, if they give it the proper budget and proper push, because the Russo brothers have something here. Coming at number 2 is No Hard Feelings. Oh my God. I remember watching this trailer for this film and I was like, what the heck is Jennifer Lawrence doing in a raunchy rom-com? But then I was like, well, I've been wanting to see her in a rom-com forever. I think that she has such a naturally funny personality and she knocked it out of the park in this film. I absolutely loved it. It's so funny. It's so heartfelt. It is a bit inappropriate with the subject matter, a 32-year-old heading on a 19-year-old for a car. It's insane, but the way they handle it is very tastefully, and I really just enjoyed the movie throughout. I really don't have any negatives to say about the film. I just really enjoyed everything. I was sitting there because every time I watch a movie now, because I do these reviews, I'm always like, what is going to go in my bad section of my reviews? What I don't like? And I was like, I don't have anything. I don't got it. I thought about it over and over, and I was like, I don't have anything. If you have something, let me know in the comments below. But I thought it was a great movie. Easy number 1, by far the number 1 film that I saw in June is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, one of the greatest comic book movies of all time, one of the greatest animated movies of all time, and yeah, it's probably the best Spider-Man movie. I love this film so much. From the opening action sequence and the way they dive deep into Gwen Stacy's story, I was just amazed. And then it kept going and going and going. I was like, wow, they're really doing it, really topping the amazing Into the Spider-Verse, which I absolutely loved. The action, the story, the way they took things that were minor in the plot from the first one and made them bigger here, the way that they had bigger things in the plot in the first one and twisted on their head and added layers to it that makes the first one even better. It's just such a great movie. And I know a lot of people are upset about the cliffhanger ending, but I knew going in that this was a 2-parter, so I expected it, and I thought that the way the cliffhanger was, it was worth it. I think that they did a great job at leaving it at a part where I was gasping for air, and I was like, oh my God, I want more, but I understand I'm not going to get more for now, and I can't wait for Beyond the Spider-Verse, man, because if they can top this, that will be the greatest movie of all time. Well, that's it. Those are the best movies, or the ranking of the movies that I've seen in June 2023. There's a bunch of films that I did not get to see because of lack of time on streaming in theaters, and I hope to get to catch up on them so I can make them from my end year list. And I have a couple different lists coming out. I'm going to be ranking the Indiana Jones films. I'm going to be ranking all the Spider-Man films, and I'm going to be telling you my top 10 favorite films of 2023 so far. So if you're interested in seeing that, hit that like button to get this video popping, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified of all those videos talked about, my other reviews, reactions, live discussions, and much, much more. And you can catch more of my content right now.